Welcome to my vlog for Gamebox Festival in Herning, and this is me waking up at 4:50 to get ready, getting dressed, and making a little bit of breakfast, and then brushing teeth is important, very important, and that's my final look for going on the convention. So with that, I'm just getting ready early in the morning because I have a train to catch that brings me there within the next 4 hours. So it's been very, very tiring. But yeah, welcome joining in this little video here. Let's freaking go. Yeah, this is me leaving. Oh, this is an elevator just opening up. Crazy elevator with mirror. This is the morning at like 5. And then here we are in a train. This is Copenhagen main station, where I then go into the next train that drives me 3.5 hours there. I also slept actually an hour there, and then we finally arrived at Herning. There was a short pee break, and then I started walking. So apparently, there's not really a good connection, at least what Google Maps tells me, with a bus or whatever. Like, you can take a bus for 5 minutes and then you have to walk 28 minutes, so I'm just decided to walk. Luckily the weather is really nice, so I'm walking now to the Gamebox Festival for 40 minutes. That is a good morning. Also, you guessed it, I was very tired, so there was a monster very much needed. Very much to be a little bit awake and have energy for this. So the funny thing is actually, right? Google tells me I have to go on a street where there's no pedestrian because it's just like a fast street, and I'm walking. So it makes no sense to go there. But I found a bridge to get over the street now, and I hope this kind of helps. I feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere right now, going to a convention without a car or a bike. Like, how am I supposed to get over there? Like, Google just was like, oh yeah, walk over the street. And all of a sudden, we're on a forest. What is going on? It's so funny. Like, you have those stones there that even tell you where you have to go. It's still 1 kilometer. Random helicopter. And don't follow the crowd. And with that, I definitely followed the crowd, which was the right call because that would actually bring me to the area where the convention was, which I found the most craziest queue, and luckily we got rerouted so I could actually grab my little wristband and also my creator badge, which is always so cool to see, to get a creator badge actually. And then with that, I was heading around the convention. So this is all the footage I've recorded. This is probably not as much as you would think, but basically you have a lot of humans squeezed in like a couple of halls. I think it's like 4. So you had a little bit of like a cosplay area where people could do some stuff. There was this huge and cool Lego Bowser that could actually move. And then there was also a bar and a huge stage where they had some entertaining for the people, and look at how many people there were. It's just been a full day. Like, the air was a little bit strange in there as well. You also have like other stands that are maybe not as much as gaming related, as for instance the police was there, Toolbox Squash was there as well. There was also like the small section of like a couple of indie games, like how many, 12 or something. And you also had some protein shakes or advertisement for like the protein shakes, and Normal, which is a little bit like snacks and hygiene store. Then you have a couple of computers where they would play Fortnite. VR was also there. And just like a tiny cozy area where you can kind of relax and also just take a breather, which is definitely needed on a convention like this, right? Then Lego had his introduction with Fortnite, so there were a lot of Bowsers for some reason. also met those guys. I thought it was just fun to record them. And you can actually get training for Fortnite, which, yeah. There's this little artist alley, and it's the tiniest artist alley, and I have not noticed the Asterion until I watched my footage, actually. So really cool cosplay there. There were definitely a lot of stands that were not really what I would call gaming related, then rather just like some interactive things with like throw some stuff, spin a wheel, and all those things. And then you have like this huge area where you could actually been streaming from, and I could have had like a streaming slot, but I hadn't gotten the time. And then the other hall is like all dedicated to card games and trading games. So if you need like Pokemon cards, Lorcana cards, or Magic cards, this is the place to be. Then you have like this little area to buy a few things, but apparently you can also game in it. So this was kind of like the merchandise you could purchase, and that's been it. And I found a Diva jacket. I had to record it. Like, it's been a while since I've seen a Diva jacket. And with that, I went home.
I am on the way home now to the station to catch a train and just go from there. And I just have some thoughts about the convention, I guess. Like, I've been there now for 3 hours, and I drove here for like around 4 hours. So I don't know, like, it's super fun meeting the people from the Danish streaming connections and everything. It's so cool seeing them and just talking with them and everything. But I feel like the convention, I mean, yes, it's a LAN convention, so you also have like this entire LAN thing that I have not like checked out, because like why? And then you have like this other room where it's just like, it's a game, like it's cards, like trading cards, cool. And then you just wonder like, okay, what is the big gaming thing about Gamebox Festival? Because it kind of advertises as like it's the greatest, the biggest gaming event in Denmark. And I also, because I'm German, right, like, so I compared always like with Gamescom and Dokumi and Gamescom is like huge, but Dokumi is also a big convention. Like, they never have merchandise halls. There's nothing to buy really. Like, they have like maybe one store, but you know, all those like Japanese plushies and all that shit, just never there, which is sad. And also, just if you think about like artist alleys, there was like an artist alley that is like 10 meters long, and if even 10 meters long. Why is there not more? I don't get it. I wish there was more. Like, because they also, like, there's not much to do really, you know, like you just walk around a little bit. Yes, there's like the police, like in Germany there's always the military on the conventions. There's just nothing really crazy exciting, like on, not even that you can test something out. You can like play like on hardware, right? Like, there's no games really that are presented or anything. It's just like, here, this is the hardware, play on this computer. And then it's just like Fortnite and Marvel Rivals, if even, but mostly Fortnite, where it's just like great. So I wish there was a little bit more, because I think like it is also like a convention that is more addressed to younger people, like to kids really. But at the same time, you see also so many like in their 20s and everything there, and I wonder like why are those people going there? Because like what's there to be offered to go there? And yeah, I just wish there was a little bit more. There's not even Just Dance. Come on, give me a party game, you know. The cool thing is really like just meeting your streamers and also being able to stream fun conventions. It's always fun, it's like always exciting, but it's also good to see what's happening in other countries. But I will also say I compared a lot, of course, so it's also maybe not as fair, because like I'm just more used to like bigger conventions. So yeah.
And then there was a way back, which included snacks back at Copenhagen and back at home. So I am back home after 4 hours of a little bit of a long trip. I mean, it's like 4 hours for me to be from home to the convention, and I just came back home, and I'm really happy about being back home. But it's also because I'm tired, right? Like, I'm quite tired at the moment, so it is just, yeah. It's been a really fun day. It's been a really fun day for sure. I feel like I need a little bit more. from the convention itself. I'm super glad and happy to meet people that I know and everything, and also just to get the opportunity to see it as like a creator. Gamescom just hits so different, and you also get more to play, and I feel like their gaming is also really like what's in, for me at least, more in the foreground. I feel like I'm just missing games. And this is my personal take. I don't need necessarily to test out hardware, because I'm interested in like games and stuff, and meeting the people behind those games and stuff. But yeah, gonna edit this now so you can watch it. So this was, I guess, we're gonna make the outro here too. So thanks for watching the vlog. Is it called vlog? Yeah, right? Thanks for watching the vlog. I'm very tired, but it's also because I have not been sleeping a lot the last few days. It's been a bit stressful. So also just getting up for this at 4:50 or something. So it's been a really long day. We have like 8 now. So I'm probably gonna sit now down and start editing it because I'm a workaholic. But thank you so much for joining in and watching this. If you like the video, please make sure to give it like a thumbs up. Of course, you can always also subscribe me here for like more vlogs in that sense, or also I post a lot of like funny gaming moments that I have on my streams, and please also make sure to check out my streams. I stream on Twitch and on TikTok, and yeah, just let me know, are you going to any conventions this year and which one